Hello, and happy Sunday to you, or whatever day it is when you are watching this. We are excited to have you here today. We've got one amazing duo for you. You're thinking, only two people, that's all I get for Sunday. But you haven't met this team unless you watch us regularly, which, gosh, I hope you are. We have an amazing team for you, and they're going to do a 30-minute set of hilarity to get you through your Sunday, to get you ready to start your Monday of the work week in the best way possible. You're going to start it laughing. Give it up for Emma T and Bela.
Hello, everybody. We are Emma T and Bela. I am Emma T. When I say Emma, you say T. Emma T. Emma T.
T.
And this.
This is Bela. When you say my name, you don't need to do any hand signals at all unless there's an airplane coming at you, and then you can do all the hand signals you want.
Hopefully the correct ones and not this as demonstrated by us earlier. Now we will just need a suggestion, maybe a word or something. Millie, could you provide us with something just to inspire us and start us off on our comedic improvised journey?
Sure. I saw two words that I thought would be interesting together. Inferior and factory.
Inferior and factory.
Nice.
Thank you.
Well, this is not the factory for the iPhones.
Well, sir, I followed the sat nav, and it did tell me to come to this factory, and as such, here you are.
You see, unfortunately, well, we used to be the factory for the iPhones, but, well, then we found that we had to all of a sudden pay people a living wage, and that seemed impossible. So then we started hiring Neanderthals, and they could no longer handle the complicated iPhone putting together.
No, I mean, as the factory is still functioning in some manner, I would imagine that some kind of product would still be available.
Well, the Neanderthals are quite good from a security standpoint. So they're offering security services, more of a service than a product per se.
No, well, services can also be exchanged for money as well as goods.
And might I add, as we had to go into the Middle Earth to find the Neanderthals, we also have hobbits. Hobbits as well, dragons. We have a variety of different type of employees that, well, we've had to rewrite the employee handbook, which used to be based on human labor.
Oh, really? I mean, I don't know what harm the dragon could do in a factory setting other than its fearful looks and quite extreme temperature breathing.
They do breathe fire, and we've tested it. It's quite a high temperature fire, not just a normal burn the marshmallow over the campfire type fire, but more of a the heat of the internal sun type fire.
I often carry some marshmallows upon my person, and
Completely useless in this circumstance. Completely useless.
really, it's just I was hoping for a quick toasting of the marshmallows, some kind of fire. Breathing being might be of some kind of use in this circumstance.
I am so sorry. If you came with marshmallows expecting a nice toasty marshmallow when you were done with this tour of our factory for whatever business you wished to have done here, I am going to have to tell you that that would most likely melt your face off.
Oh, well, I mean, swings and roundabouts. I am desperate for a marshmallow right
I'm not
now.
familiar. I'm not familiar with that phrase. Swings and roundabouts. I have no idea whatsoever what you're trying to communicate to me. I would have to ask you just generally, is it displeasure or pleasure?
Well, that's swings and roundabouts, essentially. Which, like, it might be that on the positive side, you could have your marshmallows toasted. On the negative side, you might end up with your face burnt off. So swings and roundabouts, plus sides and minus sides. One thing at the expense of the other. Something good might happen and something bad might happen, or something bad happen, but then something good happens. So one in place of it swings and roundabouts.
Please, I beg of you. I beg of you. Do not use these type of complicated phrases amongst my employees. I, of course, could deal with it once you explained it to me, but my Neanderthals, if you said such a thing, most likely they would just collapse in a heap and die.
Oh, I think I may have said that over the loudspeaker because some of them seem to have collapsed into a large pile over in that corner.
And then I suppose we'll just have to put an ad out in the classifieds for humans again. If classifieds still exist in this modern world of iPhone.
Well, I believe it's a subscription service on the iPhone now to access written material in digital form.
Do you smoke? I assume from your voice that you do.
Well, yes.
You had a cigarette, not a marshmallow, but a cigarette the dragons could just light up.
Yeah, well, I do smoke, and I also have my marshmallows, both of which require some lighting of some kind. I'll just hold them both here by my face.
Roundabouts and... You said something else.
Swings around.
Swings and roundabouts. Did I use it correctly?
Yeah. Well, no, not really. Well, yeah, kind of. Yeah,
Dragon, just do it. I don't understand anyway.
My face. Oh, swings and roundabouts.
So according to Jules Verne, we should have reached the center of the Earth about 20 minutes ago, but I'm not quite sure what's going on.
Well, Father, I've plotted the course into our combobulomobile, and it seems that the instruments may be malfunctioning.
Not on the commobulomobile. Look, when we made the commobulomobile, couldn't we have said something that was easier to pronounce? Maybe, just maybe, daughter?
Well, Father, I thought combobulomobile would be quite unique, and were we to go down in the books of history as the people who discovered the centre of the Earth, our names are rather boring, just with the surname Smith, and I thought we need something to kind of lighten up, to be associated with us. So combobulomobile was the thing of choice.
Boring? You say boring? My name is John Smith, and you are Jane Smith. We are Jane and John, or John and Jane, depending on what generation is talking to us currently. And you think that that is boring?
I'm sorry, Father. It's just I have friends who have multiple syllable surnames and some that sound quite exciting too, like Jennifer. Sensation.
First, I don't know where to begin. First off, you never told me you had friends. If I had known such a thing, I clearly would have stuck you in your room and had you study the engineering manuals harder. And then, what good is it having a name that can't even be pronounced for a good 10 seconds without it delays the progress of the human mind that we have come to the center of this earth, or at least I hope it's the center of the earth, depending on Jules Verne, to further human knowledge.
I'm sorry, Father. I should have told you I had a friend. It's just Jennifer.
I'm going to look at the wall for a moment. This is going to take a while. Look at the ignominious rock. Ignominious rock. 100 meters, 1,000 meters down.
Sensation. She moved, very, very close to us, and I saw her walking upon the woods one day, and I just I called out from my engineering studies, and Jennifer. Sensation.
It's more than 10, Jane. It's more than 10. If it had been 10, I could have understood this, but think of how much time has been wasted in this conversation. Just within this conversation, we have lost the chance to research, to write down notes about what we've experienced in this cave of darkness where you can't see anything and where seemingly all of our instruments on the cumulabilis aren't working or functioning because my daughter most likely didn't read enough of the engineering manuals because she was dealing with Jennifer. Sensational! Jane. I forgive you for all the wrong decisions you've made in life, and I hope that from this point forward, you will make the right decisions for the good of humanity and also for this family unit. God rest your non-existent mother. I don't know exactly what I just did, but
It was the shape that reminded us both of her. It was her body shape.
It's kind of an amorphous blob. Yes, mother, the amorphous blob. Oh, no. I'm going to go over there into the darkness away from the light. So if you hear crying, it's obviously me crying. I don't hide it well.
Oh, Father. We seem to have passed through the centre of the earth and almost be out the other side.
You're just saying that to make me feel better, as if I passed a bowel movement with some Pepto-Bismol. That's what you're trying to say, but I don't believe it for a moment, Jane.
Look, the trees have...
the trees underground!
No, we were out the other side. We're in what I must name Australia.
I'm crying now. Welcome to Australia. Your visa looked good. Your passport had no problems. And so I'm here to welcome you to the land of dryness. Welcome.
Oh, thank you. You know, when I was in England, people used to say I was very annoying.
All right, I'm just gonna stop you there. Your airplane hasn't left yet. We are just going to. You've been rejected, and you're gonna have to get back on that airplane and go back. It was. I hope you enjoyed your stay in Australia. We'll give you an extra postcard. Bye. Well, the baby was actually born from two people who we believe had great genes, but they were slightly annoying. So we're very thankful that you're taking this baby and adopting it, because frankly, it was hard to find someone to take it.
Oh, I'm a great believer that any child is going to be a blessing, and we're going to be able to. My husband and I, we just want to give the child a chance.
Oh, I've seen your paperwork here, and frankly, I don't know that I've seen two more qualified parents to be. Just a tear comes to my eye, but I do want to. Well, we've had good luck with this toddler using this tool right here. And when I say tool, it's a multifaceted a pocket knife. It has various different things on it, a screwdriver, but also a nice little prodding device that you can just poke a little thing with. And now, of course, that might seem a bit brutal, but then if you take this one out here, be careful, it's right next to the little pliers there. If you take this one out here, this one we find fits very well into the ear canal. And if you just twist it a bit in the ear canal, then the toddler understands that, it should really eat the mush, so to speak. I believe you'll find this invaluable, for we've found no other way to, essentially communicate with the toddler whatsoever. Here, please take it. Please take it.
That's awful. I would never use such a tool upon a toddler. No, we believe in love and nurturing and growth and giving the child a space to express themselves. I mean, I can't believe that you would use such a tool. That's terrible.
Honestly, everything you're saying, we believed that too, prior to dealing with this child.
Oh, surely he can't be that bad, can he? Oh.
Rumor has it that was found in the center of the earth by a English couple with, that didn't make it back. Well, they thought they did. But they left this child. Maybe part dragon, part Neanderthal, part hobbit, part human. We don't know. But I'm just saying things. Let me. I'll go ahead and I'll grab the baby. Here, I'll just throw this tool into your lap. You can use it or not. Let me grab the baby. Hold on, I'll be right back. Oh, here we go into the dungeon. I mean the baby room. Back, you monster! Back! I say back! No! You will not flay my skin. You.
Oh, hello. you're going to be joining our family now.
Good.
Oh, that's good. We're going to provide you with a space to play. We have swings and roundabouts outside that you can play upon, and
You food.
well, yes, we can provide you with food. We have all sorts of food available for you. You're going to have a lovely time.
Let me suck on your finger.
Oh, well, that's a very bonding experience between the new.
Ever since the writers' strike, the quality of the television shows have really gone down. Look, that last show, I'm not expecting any Netflix and chill after what we just saw. So
I can't even, I can't even. It was awful. It was awful.
Maybe we could watch Saw 12, and it would be a palate cleanser, so to speak.
Anything. I could watch anything right now. I just.
Could you? I hate to say this, but the only thing I see on Netflix after the writers' strike is endless episodes of Friends. Wait, the episode where Phoebe sings about cats.
Smelly cat.
Smelly cat. Smelly cat. We can rewatch what we just watched with the horrible child biting the. Let's rewatch it. Let's rewatch it. Oh God. So you've come to my ball gown after all.
I've come to your ball gown to sew some extra sequins upon it.
I bring all the boys to my ball gown. All of them come. You have an excuse to sew sequins on it, but you don't need an excuse. My ball gown is so large. It could encompass many, many people. It already has veritably a village of people underneath my ball gown.
Oh, I thought maybe I was special.
Oh, you are. I've reserved the best ruffle for you. You see this ruffle right here near my hips? This one right here that extends out for a good 20 feet of this ball gown. You can live there with me close. You won't be on the fringes. You won't be 20 feet away. You'll be next to my left rib.
Oh, well, when I saw your dating profile, I was under the impression that I'd be the only one.
You'll be the only one next to my left rib. I've only got 2 ribs, one on the left, one on the right. I had to have the rest removed so I looked just right. Word.
Oh, well, I guess this wasn't quite what I expected. I bought the sequins. I was going to sew the sequins on, and then I thought we'd get married and live happily ever after.
Hold up. The gravity of this ball gown is quite heavy. I need to, it takes all of my muscular power just to get over from the one side, rotate the dress. In fact, the centrifugal force, if that's the right word, is quite extreme. So when I turn, the G-force might send some of the other men out of the ball gown. So hold up. Here we go. Woo! I'm spinning around. Oh, there goes Jeff. There goes Tom. Oh, watch out for your head. There goes Larry.
Oh.
Swing.
Oh.
Oh, I feel lighter now. Oh. Like I was able to regurgitate out something for my children to be. I do that, you know. I don't know if you saw that on my dating profile.
Oh, well, I think I just looked at the, more surface information, like beautiful, good looks, gorgeous hair, ball ground that requires sequins, please bring sequins with you to sew on, looking for marriage.
It's all true. It's all true, right? There might have been a few omissions, lies by omissions in a sense, but I wanted to get you here so that you could see the real me underneath all of this ruffles, all of this material, all of this silk, all the chiffon, all the taffeta. There might be a kitchen implement or two in there as well, because I do need to eat. Underneath all that, I'm just a woman looking for companionship.
Oh, well, I mean, when you put it like that, it just, I can see maybe we might be compatible after, let me just sew some sequins on near your hip.
You get on in there, baby. You get on in there. Oh, I got another one. I'll never be lonely. I have to admit, I'm surprised you came back.
Well, I just couldn't keep away.
Am I that different from anyone else? I always thought I was pretty normal. Was there something that brought you back specifically?
Well, it's the fire within your soul and your breath.
Look, I often get called the polite dragon, and I don't want you to think that I don't have some rage inside me, or something that might terrify an occasional child or two. But I feel that you see deep inside, past the scales, past the leathery face. I'm not just a crocodile handbag to you.
Not at all. Not at all. I can see within your soul that you are gentle. You have the ability to burn down entire villages, leave people screaming as their family members are burned to death, and make them all run away from you. You can set the sky upon fire and make all of these villages uninhabitable, but what I love the most is the way you can use your fire to light a cigarette.
And what I love the most is lighting your cigarette. Let me just go ahead and aim. Hold up. Let me make sure I don't. Here we go. Just if you could hold it up a little higher. So it's a little close to your head. It's a little higher there. My spirit is willing. My aim might be a little off sometimes. Just a little higher.
Oh, well.
A little higher. If it just all right. Well, sure, if you want to risk your life. Here we go.
No.
Darling, Darling, darling.
Is my cigarette as it swings around about.
Oh, not roundabouts. I love swings, but I never wanted the roundabout.
And that's our show.
Someone up for a final bow. Give it up for Emma T. and Layla. What a great show. What a great show. Thank you very much. And we will see you next month. Yes. You've applied to season 13. Reminding myself that I also need to submit for season 13.
Ooh, cool.
Got to get on that. But yeah, thank you so much for tuning in today. We've got more online shows for you tomorrow and on Tuesday. And if you're like, hey, I want to do some in-person stuff too, why not? We have a jam in person on Wednesday. We have a workshop, a 2-hour beginning workshop taught by me on Thursday. And we've got a show on Saturday. So we're suiting all of the needs, online, in person, beginner, and fully experienced. Thanks again so much.